What is the best ducted fan to get and why? Compared to propellers, ducted fans are incredibly inefficient. Now, ducted fans can get planes going very fast, but you picture them kind of like sixth gear on a car. There's a lot of top end speed with very little acceleration. Now, it depends what you want to do. So in the context of that, I'm talking about the Parkjet 400 size class, kind of the same stuff you see us flying. Now, within that class, the most popular ducted fans would be the 55, 64, 70, and even up to 90 millimeter ducted fan. So let's look at those and settle on what sounds good. The 55 and even 64 millimeter ducted fans, these are very common because they run on 3-cell batteries. That's the same batteries we're using on all our other stuff, 11 to 12 volts. And they're cheaper, so a lot of the companies end up putting those size ducted fans in their ready-to-fly planes. Now, if you've ever flown one of those, you know that it's very hard to find a ducted fan plane with a 55, usually it's a twin 55, or 64 millimeter setup that really feels good. There are a few out there, but not so many, meaning the plane feels underpowered, and when you go to give it the gas to accelerate, take out of a stunt or whatever, it's just not there. Now the 70 millimeter, there is a little downside in that you now have to move up into a larger battery class, which is a 4-cell, so now you're up to 14, 15 volts. And that may or may not work with your other motors, your other planes that might be too high a voltage, so you might be having to pay for an extra battery. The positive side is the fan is a little bit bigger, and therefore it's getting closer to a propeller size, closer to a 6x4, let's say. And now you've got some acceleration. You've got quite a bit of top-end speed, but more importantly, there's acceleration there. And it can fly a really large plane. A 70 millimeter ducted fan can fly a 30-ounce plane, no problem, with plenty of power and acceleration left over. Now you jump up to 90 millimeter or even 120 millimeter. The amount of power and speed and acceleration you're getting out of those motors is really good because, if you look at them, they're now basically propellers. The closer you get to 6-inch diameter propeller, that seems to be the magic number, the more efficient that blade is going to be. But the downside of the 90 millimeter and 120 millimeter is you got to do 6-cell batteries and larger. The voltage is going up, price is going up, weight's going up, size of the plane. So you start getting out of your weight class and out of your budget as well. So you drop down to the 70 millimeter again, and that is where the sweet spot is. Now, we've been experimenting with this stuff for years, and we got to say that by far, pants down, the 70 millimeter ducted fan is our favorite. In fact, it's the only type of fan that we fly on our ducted fan jets is the 70 millimeter. So my advice, stick with the 70 millimeter ducted fan if you're ducted fan shopping. Now, there's a lot more to it. There's a lot of other details and stuff you got to know, of course. This is why we put together the Ultimate RC course. It's 40 modules in order, basically everything you need to know to get into RC, do all this kind of stuff right, have your plane and power system match up. In fact, there is a module on ducted fans, and that is module 30. If you're getting into RC, definitely the Ultimate RC course is for you and will absolutely help you save a lot of time and money. Okay, next Monday we'll be back with another RC YouTube show.